Live and direct from Linda Oxby Gymnasium at Edwards County High School in Albion, Illinois. It's exciting Edwards County Lady Lions basketball action. Good evening, everybody. I'm Dave Rigg alongside Troy Rigg. We're getting ready to bring you the varsity match here tonight. It's a non-conference match between the Edwards County Lady Lions and the Oblong Lady Panthers. As always, our webcast comes your way through the courtesy of the individuals, businesses, and organizations that have kindly agreed to pay us $2 for our webcast tonight to cover our expenses. By the way, we could use more webcast boosters to cover our expenses. And remember, it's only $2, just $2 for each webcast that we do. And our plans are at this point to bring you all of the Edwards County Lady Lions home basketball games. We simply do not have enough sponsors to follow the Lady Lions on the road to cover gasoline and all that, the travel expenses and mileage and so on, to do that. Wish we could, but there are just not enough sponsors. So our expenses doing the webcast here tonight from the home gymnasium is a lot less than when we have to go on the road. So again, if you'd like to help us, we would certainly appreciate it. Our webcast comes your way over the NFHS network on my15news.com, as you are well aware, because of the sponsorship that we have through Wabash Valley College and the NFHS. By the way, for those of you who are subscribers, and obviously you are, you would not be able to watch this, we do not get any of that money that you pay to subscribe to these girls volleyball games that we did during the volleyball season, nor the boys basketball games and the girls basketball games. Every penny that you pay for your subscription, part of it goes to the NFHS network and the rest of it goes to Edwards County High School here in Albion for the athletic program. So your subscription viewing does help the athletic program here at Edwards County High School. But again, we get none of that money, and we cover our expenses. And if you think, it's not expensive to do these webcasts, then think again, folks. We have to have, for instance, this amplifier sitting right here in front of me. That thing sells for $1,200. And we've got a video camera, a tripod, computer, and all other sorts of gizmo. My estimate is we have about $4,000 worth of equipment that we use in bringing these webcasts to you. So we certainly would appreciate any help that we can get from people who do appreciate these webcasts. Well, the Lady Lions come into tonight's game with a record of 4 wins against only 1 loss, and that 1 loss was Saturday night in the championship game of the Hamilton County Invitational Girls Basketball Tournament down at McLeansboro, and they lost to the host team Hamilton County by a score of 53-43. Now, talking to Coach Hinton and some of the girls, they feel like they should have won that game, and when they face Hamilton County next time here in Albion, the Lady Lions are pretty confident they're going to win at that time. Maddie Hout said, I think we were just tired. And the girls certainly had played a lot of basketball in a very short time. They started the season, as you may recall, with an easy win over Wayne City during the regular season in their season opener. What was it, 71-30-something?
Something like that, Dave.
And so then they had a game scheduled with Cumberland on the 15th of November, but that game got canceled due to the forecast of very bad weather, and Cumberland did not want to make the trip down here. So that game was canceled. And then the next game for the Lady Lions was their first game in the Hamilton County tournament against Gallatin County, and the Lady Lions won that one easily, 60-39. Then they beat Galatia 63-33. Then they beat Wayne City again, but this time in that tournament, 61-40. And then Saturday, they knocked off Lawrenceville 48-42. But in that championship game, Hamilton County beat the Lady Lions by a score of 53-43. So So the Lions actually then, Troy, are not 4-1, but they are 5-1 on the season. And I think this is going to be a very, very successful season for the Lady Lions, Troy.
Dave, they were on the upswing last year. They played very well, and you have the majority of the team back from last year, and that year of experience playing together obviously has paid huge dividends, Dave, because they're off to a good start this year, and like you just said, I expect them to have a very good season also.
Well, the main starters for Edwards County, Malia Schmittler, Maddie Hout, Caelyn Nelson, Jenna Schnepper, and I'm not sure who's going to be the fifth starter for Edwards County. But anyway, the Lady Lions got a lot of experience last year, and quite frankly, they're off to a very good start. And the girls are already picking up some honors. The all-tournament team down at Hamilton County was Malia Schmittler, Maddie Hout, and Caelyn Nelson. So 3 Edwards County girls made the all-tournament team down there at Hamilton County over this past week. And Coach Hinton told me, he says, I'm blessed to have such great girls. Last year, Malia Schmittler broke the girls' single-season rebounding record. So Malia, every time she gets a rebound now, sets a new record for Edwards County High School in girls basketball as far as rebounding is concerned. He says Maddie Hout was just 1 assist short from tying a school record for assists against Wayne City. So Maddie gets a lot of assists, and maybe eventually she's either going to tie or break that assist record held here at Edwards County High School. I'm not sure which girl is the holder of that record, but Maddie Hout certainly is a challenger to that school record. And then Caelyn Nelson, she is now the girls' career three-point shooter leader in makes 105 three-point shots made by Caelyn Nelson. She now holds that record for Edwards County High School girls basketball. I think we're getting ready now to have the national anthem played, and there's no way that I can stand back here. Well, maybe I can't. Anyway, the American flag is now being lowered from the ceiling just in front of the north basketball goal. Allison Wolf's going to sing it for us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Allison Wolf, daughter of Rick and Kelly Wolf, singing the national anthem. My guess is she probably got her singing voice from her mom. I doubt very seriously Rick Wolf's a good singer. He might be, but I doubt it. Anyway, great job as she always does. So the Lady Lions, we'll get the starting lineups here for these two teams here in just a moment. Troy will introduce them to you, and then we'll be ready to start things off. Troy?
I think they're ready to go, and out of the gate here, we've got number 13 is Erika Burke, a
I bet that's
junior.
Erica.
Could be Erica then. Number 4 is Katie Cheek. She's a junior. Number 12 is Mackenzie McIntosh, also a junior. Number 14 is Nia Lano. She's a senior. And the head coach, and number 25, is Abby Dart, also a senior. Their head coach is Tim Johnson.
So that's the starters for the Oblong Lady Panthers. They are 4 wins against 4 losses, by the way.
And now here come your Edwards County Lady Lions. At guard is the sophomore, number 1, Jenna Schnepper. At forward is the senior, number 3, Camille Cowling. At guard, number 20, the junior, Caelyn Nelson. At forward, a senior, number 24, Maddie Hout. And the center is number 45, a senior, Malia Schmittler. Head coach of the Edwards County Lady Lions is Jonathan Hinton. Assistant coaches are Rebecca Brinkman and James Buckman.
And Rebecca, by the way, is the sister to our athletic trainer, Rachel Stevens. She is also the head basketball coach for the Albion Grade School girls basketball team. All right, and I recognize 2 of the officials. Dennis Estes, he is the bald-headed one. Steve Baker is another one, and the other fellow over near the scorer's bench, I don't know who he is, but my guess is he's probably from Fairfield too, because Baker and Estes are certainly. Dennis, who used to do a lot of officiating, is cut back so he can watch his boy play on the very, very good Fairfield High School boys basketball team. Well, here we go. Malia Schmittler jumping at midcourt, and the tip goes off to Oblong. The Panthers will start out with the basketball. That was Lano handing the ball off there to Burke. Back to Lano, who drives to the free throw line, moves in and banks one in. Nia Lano gets a 2-point basket in the lane. Lions got the ball. Jenna Schnepper drives in, loops up a shot that's short. Rebound comes off to Oblong's Katie Cheek. And the Lady Panthers bring the ball across the timeline. Pass comes to the right side. That's off there to Lano. Lano back to the backcourt to McIntosh. Now to the left side. On the dribble, that's Burke. Burke guarded there by Nelson, still dribbling. Now gets the ball away to Burke. Burke off to McIntosh. McIntosh really being pressed there by Cowling. Now the pass goes to Burke, who retrieved the ball, almost lost it over the timeline. Shot from the left corner is off the rim, no good. Rebound comes off to Maddie Hout. Maddie up ahead to Malia, who drives in, puts it on the glass and scores. First basket of the night for Edwards County from Malia Schmittler, the center for Edwards County's basketball team. So we're tied at 2 with 6:45 on the clock and counting, first period. Lady Panthers in possession. That's Dart dribbling. Now gets it off to the right corner. Underneath the basket, wide open for an easy shot there was McIntosh, but she missed the shot. Cowling quickly up the court to Nelson. Caelyn takes one dribble, gets it off to Hout. Maddie comes to the right side of the key on the weave, hands it off to Schnepper. Now to Nelson. Nelson goes right side, gives it off to Maddie Hout. Maddie now will take it to the backcourt as they reset the play. Hands it off to Nelson. Now to Schmittler in the backcourt. Left side to Nelson, who shoots a 3 ball. That's off the back of the rim, no good. The ball tipped, and it's going to go out of bounds. Touched last by Edwards County. 6:02 on the clock. We're still tied at 2 here in the first quarter. Lady Panthers will have it out of bounds. Nia Lano will toss it in near the scorer's bench. Pass comes up the court there to Cheek. Back outside to the left corner. That shot missed everything. Put back up there by Dart. No good. And a whistle. What's the call? Oh, we got a foul? Yeah, we do. Foul is charged there to McIntosh. Mackenzie McIntosh. First foul of the ball game. Maddie Hout across the timeline. Sends it right side to Nelson. Back to Hout in the backcourt. Maddie to the left side to Schnepper. In the post. Turnaround by Malia is good. Malia Schmittler gets her second basket. And the Lions are up 4-2 now at 5:35 and counting first period. Erica Burke gets the ball off there to Lano. Lano out there to McIntosh. McIntosh now gets it to Dart. And a shot is up and in for 3 points. Did you happen to see who shot that, Troy? I was looking at the scorebook. Was it Dart?
I think so.
Well, we'll give it to her anyway. So it's now 5-4 Lady Panthers. There's a shot by Nelson, no good, and an offensive foul charged against Edwards County. And let's see who they put that on. And it will be on Caelyn Nelson as she drove to the basket. She gets the offensive foul. And now Edwards County's going to put the press on. Pass comes in to Cheek. Cheek gets it off to Leno. Leno across the timeline, gets it to Matt Burke. Now back out to Leno. The ball high in the air. It's loose and picked back up by Oblong. Nia Leno holding it in the backcourt, getting directions from her head coach at the sideline. Now they reset the play. Leno guarded there by Hout. Drives to the right corner all the way to the baseline. Goes all the way in. Puts it up on the glass. No good. Rebound to Schmittler for Edwards County. To Cowling. Up the court to Nelson. Back to Cowling driving in, but she lost control of the ball. And it went out of bounds. Touch last by Oblong. Well, we'll have another game for you tomorrow night down at Grayville. The boys basketball team will be in competition against the Grayville Bison. I'll tell you more about that later. Turnaround shot by Malia Schmittler is good. In the lane, 10-footer. And Malia has all of Edwards County's 6 points. 6-5 Edwards County. Burke with the basketball, dribbling. Now the ball loose, but picked back up there by Leno. Leno gets a screen, goes to the left side, and throws it over here to the right side to Dart. Dart dribbling against Nelson, and a whistle, and I think that's going to be 2 on Caelyn. Yeah, pretty sure they're going to put it on Caelyn. Yep, it is. That's 2 on Caelyn Nelson. And we're going to get the ball out of bounds on the left side of the baseline. Pass comes in to Cheek. Out of Leno. Back in the corner off there to Dart. Dart shoots a long 3 ball. That's good. Wow, Abby Dart hits her second 3 ball, and it's now 8-6 Oblong. Nelson to Hout. Down low, Cowling puts up a shot, no good, but she was fouled. So she'll go to the free throw line for 2 free throws, and let's see who they put the foul on. It's going to be against Katie Cheek, her first, team foul number 2. And we're going to get a timeout called here by Edwards County with now 3:38 remaining in the first period. It's Oblong 8, Edwards County 6.
Your boosters include Citizens National Bank in Albion, Doug Raber, your State Farm Insurance agent in Albion, Kenton Sue Nail of Nail's Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield, and Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of Edwards County Lions sports.
Okay, there's more information about tomorrow night. The boys basketball team playing down at Grayville against the Bison. And we'll have it for you here on my15news.com on the internet, as well as on WOKZ 105.9 on the FM dial out of Fairfield, Illinois. So you can either listen to it on the radio or watch it just like you're watching the girls' game here tonight. Camille Cowling will get 2 free throws. Camille, after a couple of dribbles, puts the first free throw in the air and swish. Camille hits it. So that gives it now an 8-7 score on the scoreboard. Lions down by a point. Camille could tie it now if she hits his second free throw. She puts it in the air and swish again. Maybe her boyfriend Bobby Brake's been working with her on her free throw shooting, Troy. All right, the Panthers with the basketball. That's Leno with a long three-pointer off the glass, no good, but tipped up and in on the rebound there by number 35, Maggie Cross, who has checked into the lineup. And it's now 10-8 Oblong, and a whistle in the lane, and a foul has been called against Oblong. Let's see who Dennis Estes puts it on. It's going to be against number 14, Nia Leno. Her first, team foul number 3. And once again, we've got Camille Cowling at the free throw line. It's up. Swish. Man. I don't remember her shooting free throws like that last year, Troy. So she's 3 out of 3. And the Lions down by a point. Free throw. That one's off the front of the rim, no good. Loose ball picked up by the Panthers. Quickly down this near sideline, that's Leno. Leno gets the ball off to Dart. Now to the left side to McIntosh, who's really being pestered by Maddie Hout. And Maddie forced her to commit a turnover. So the turnover there by McIntosh gives the ball back to Edwards County with 3:05 to go here in the opening quarter. Oblong holding on to a 10-9 lead. Hout gets the ball off to Cowling. Camille in the backcourt in the high post, and Hout back outside. Driving in Schnepper, feeds it off to Schmittler, who puts it on the glass, no good. Rebound comes off to Oblong. Dart down the left side. Gets the ball away there to McIntosh. McIntosh gets a screen and comes to the right side with a pass there to Cross. Underneath the basket, the shot is no good by Cheek, and Maddie Hout gets the rebound. Maddie down the far sideline, goes all the way in, puts it up too hard. Rebound to Schmittler, who pops it up, no good. Partially blocked shot there. Oblong comes away with the basketball. That's Dart down the right side, or left side, I should say. Gets it off there to McIntosh. McIntosh feeds it in the lane. The ball slapped loose, goes out of bounds. Touch last by Oblong. 2:15 remaining now in this opening period. Oblong still has the lead, 10-9. Maddie Hout brings the ball across the line, gets it off now to Cowling. Camille to the left side, off there. Lions got another substitute in there right now. Number 5 is in there for Edwards County, and I didn't write her down. She must be a freshman. Long shot by Schnepper is no good. Where's the roster sheet, Troy?
That is number 5, Dave, Kinsey Cowling.
Kinsey Cowling. So we got 2 Cowling girls. She shoots a 3 ball from the corner that's partially blocked. Schmittler gets the rebound, gets it outside, and Jenna Schnepper drives into the lane. The shot's no good, but...
And they're calling a charge on her, Dave.
Oh, my. Kinsey Cowling, huh?
Yes.
Okay, I'll write her down in the scorebook. I didn't put any of the freshman girls down, not figuring any of the freshman girls would play in this varsity game, but that just goes to show you what happens when you assume things.
There you go.
Still 10-9 Oblong with 1:35 and counting here in the first period. That was Cheek getting the ball off to Leno. Left side now to Cross. Cross really being guarded closely there by Kinsey Cowling. Now the ball, Kinsey steals it away. She's going for an easy layup, and she gets it. So Kinsey Cowling now gets the basket, and we're going to get a timeout with 1:20 remaining in this first period. And the Edwards County Lions now have taken the lead 11-10.
Edwards County Superintendent of Schools, David Cowger, and his family, that is David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison. Mitchell Insurance and Real Estate Agency at 18 West Main in Albion. One stop for all of your insurance and real estate needs with a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable staff to help you. And Eddie and Joyce Miller.
You know, Troy, this is a easy week for us. Last week we had, 4 games?
Yes, sir.
And this week, just this one and tomorrow night down at Grayville. We got the rest of the week off. Have to rest up. All right, the Lions going to put the press on. Pass comes in there from McIntosh. Now quickly up the court they go. That's Burke with the basketball now, being guarded by Kinsey Cowling. She comes to the right side of the key. Started to shoot the 3, but then backed off. Now it comes off to Dart. Back out to the backcourt. Driving down the left side. The shot is off the rim, no good there by Leno, and the rebound to Schmittler for Edwards County. To Hout. Up the court, a pass intended for Schnepper. Scoots out of bounds. Touch last by Oblong. 52.3 seconds remaining now, and here's Nelson going to check back in. She spent some time on the bench carrying those 2 personal fouls. So Kinsey Cowling goes back to the bench as Nelson re-enters the lineup. Hout sends it in the corner, and we're going to get a traveling call against Camille Cowling as she drove the baseline. She took steps before taking a dribble. Now Cowling's back in, and Nelson goes back out. That didn't last long, Troy.
No, sure didn't.
I don't know what that was all about. 50.4 seconds now. The press is on by Edwards County. Dribbling up, that's Abby Dart. She goes down the left side of the key, feeds it underneath the basket, and there's a scramble for the loose ball. Still loose, and it's finally brought out of there by Maddie Hout. Up the court to Cowling, who feeds it off to Schmittler. The shot no good, but a foul. Might be against Dart, number 14. Let's see. It's going to put Malia Schmittler at the free throw line.
You are correct.
Yeah, that's going to be on Leno. And that'll be her second. So Malia Schmittler will shoot her first free throws of the evening. First one's in the air, and it's good. Nothing but net. And the Lions lead by 2 now, 12-10, with 32.1 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Second free throw by Malia is in the air, and that one rims off no good. So the Panthers bring the ball up, hoping to tie the score. They're down by 2 now. Coming up on 20 seconds to play in the quarter. This is Burke dribbling, and the ball tapped loose, but picked back up by the Lady Panthers' Leno. Now a long three-point shot, rims out no good by Dart. Rebound put back up by Cheek, that's no good. And Maddie Hout gets the rebound. Maddie quickly down the far sideline, goes all the way in and runs in. That's going to be an offensive foul as Maddie Hout crashed into one of the Oblong defenders and picks up the offensive foul. That's her first of the evening. Just 9/10 of a second remaining now, and I doubt very seriously Oblong can get a shot away. Well, they do. Wow, that came close, Troy. That
sure did.
That bounced off the front of the rim. Well, the horn has sounded. That's the end of the first quarter, and our score is Edwards County 12, Oblong 10. Troy?
Gospel Chapel is a non-denominational church in Bone Gap. Services begin every Sunday morning at 10.
That is, if the preacher shows up.
Yeah. Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry, George and Shirley Tribe, Brian Mavis, your Edward Jones investment agent in Albion, and Greg and Nancy Nelson, the proud grandparents of Caelyn Nelson.
Yeah, her grandpa Greg and I pretty well grew up together, Troy. He was about a year or two younger than me. We played on the same grade school basketball teams, same summer baseball teams, and spent time together outside of school. I went out to his house, I remember one night overnight, and we went frog gigging and did some baling of hay together as older boys.
Yeah, I thought he was about ready to share some stories with us.
Yeah, he
but
was.
then he hesitated.
Yeah, some of that we won't talk about.
Yeah,
okay?
probably shouldn't.
12-10 Edwards County with the lead and the basketball. Cowling inbounds the pass to Hout. Over to the right side to Nelson. Back to Hout. Maddie gets it off to Schnepper now. In the high post. Schmittler pops one up from inside 10 feet that was partially blocked. It scoots out of bounds. And it'll still belong to Edwards County. This time on the left baseline. And Maddie Hout will trigger it. Lions setting up their out-of-bounds play. And there she sends it to the backcourt to Nelson. Over here to Schnepper. Jenna drives into the lane. Back out to Nelson. Caelyn feeds it in the low post to Schmittler, and she's fouled. And that might be on number 4, Katie Cheek. And if it is, yeah, it's going to be on her, Katie Cheek. That'll be her second personal. And so it'll put the ball out of bounds. We're not in the bonus situation here yet. So again, Maddie will trigger it in, this time on the right baseline. Into Schmittler, back to Maddie. Again to the right corner. Nelson for three. Rims out, no good. Rebound comes off to Oblong. Katie Cheek got that rebound, gets it up here. That's McIntosh, and the ball goes out of bounds. Some good defensive pressure put on there by Camille Cowling. Forces the turnover by Oblong. So the Lions still holding a 12-10 advantage, now with 7:22 remaining here in this first half. I don't know what do we do? Get somebody injured down there?
We have an injured Lady Panther, Dave.
Oh, okay. One of the girls for the Panthers. And now here comes Rachel Stevens, our athletic trainer, as well as Tim Johnson, the head basketball coach, over here to attend to this. I can't see her because of the Edwards County fans sitting behind her, just as to who it is.
It seems to be her right ankle, Dave. That much I can tell.
Must have kind of sprained or twisted her ankle in that scramble for the basketball here along the near sideline. So again, a quick reminder, it's boys basketball tomorrow night from Grayville. Troy and I will be there, Lord willing. And we'll have the game on WOKZ 105.9 on your FM dial out of Fairfield, as well as right here on my15news.com. Is that the dart girl?
It's 12, I think, Dave.
Okay, that's Mackenzie McIntosh. And she definitely is holding her right leg in the air, so she's injured her right ankle in some way. And Rachel Stevens and the head coach help her to the sideline, where Rachel will attend to her while the coach returns to his coaching duties. You know, it's really great that we got somebody like Rachel, Troy, at these games to help with any injuries that happen during the football season, the volleyball season, basketball season. All right, the Lions got the basketball, leading 12-10. Maddie Hout in the backcourt. Comes to the right side, gets a screen from Cowling, feeds it down low. Schmittler, turnaround shot is good. Malia Schmittler gets the basket. That's the first basket of the second quarter, and the Lions lead now 14-10. And now a double team of Erica Burke results in foul charge to Jenna Schnepper. That's her first. So the Lady Panthers get it at side court. Cross triggers the ball in. Check that, 6:50 remaining here in this half. That's Dart on the dribble. Gets it off to Cross. Cross really being guarded closely by Nelson. Gets it back to Dart. She sends it back out to Cross. Cross, that's going to be double dribble there by Maggie Cross. So that turnover gives the ball back to Edwards County. And Camille Cowling will trigger it in right in front of the Edwards County bench. Substitute checking in. Nia Lanob is back into the lineup, replacing Hannah Meese. Out across the timeline, comes towards the right side, gets a screen from Cowling. In the corner, Schnepper for three. Hits the side of the backboard, no good. Rebound to Katie Cheek for the Lady Panthers. 6:25 and counting, second period. There's a three-point shot that's good. Three-point basket by Erica Burke. And it's now 14-13, Edwards County by a point. Schnepper to Cowling. She shoots a three ball. That's off the rim, no good. Schnepper gets the rebound. Back to Cowling. Camille sends it over to Hout. In the right corner, Nelson. Back to Hout. Over here left side, Schnepper. Jenna brings it towards the backcourt again, and the Lions will reset. Pass right side to Cowling. Camille with the ball above the head. Top of the key to Hout. Over left side to Nelson. Caelyn back to Hout. Maddie takes a couple of dribbles, sends it in the corner. Schnepper, pass down low. Turnaround by Malia Schmittler is good. Malia now with 11 points in the ball game, and it's 16-13. Edwards County by 3 with 5 minutes 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. Pass to the left corner, driving in. Cheek puts it up. That's off the glass, no good. Rebound to Nelson, but it goes off her leg out of bounds, and we'll go back to Oblong. Next game after tonight for the Lady Lions will be next Monday night at Newton. Lady Lions will go to Newton next Monday night for another non-conference game. Oblong gets the pass in. In the backcourt there, that was Burke. Goes to the left side, driving in. Lano pops a shot up off the rim, no good. Rebound comes off to Maddie Hout. Maddie down the far sideline. Pass down low. Cowling puts it up, no good, but a foul, and Camille will go back to the free throw line. Let's see who Dennis Estes put that foul on for the Lady Panthers. It's going to be on number 13. That's Erica Burke. That's her first. So we've got Cowling at the line again for the third time here tonight. She is so far 3 out of 4. Make it 4 out of 5. Camille's turned into a pretty good free throw shooter, Troy.
Sure has, Dave.
17-13, Edwards County by 4 now. And Camille dribbling the ball, gives it a little spin in front of her. Puts the ball back in the air, and that one's off the rim, no good. I shouldn't have said anything, should I? Dart with a rebound for the Lady Panthers. Up here it comes to Burke in the high post. Now waiting to the backcourt to Lano. Lano drives right side of the key, stops near the free throw line. Back to Dart. Back to Leno, who drives in, puts it on the glass, no good. Loose ball picked up by Nelson for Edwards County. Caelyn down the far side. Underneath, Schmittler pops it up and in. Good feed from Nelson to Schmittler for the basket. And it's now Edwards County 19, Oblong 13. Lions put the press on, but the Lady Panthers break that easily. Long pass up the court, caught by Katie Cheek. She goes down the left side, goes all the way in and lays it up and in. Katie Cheek gets her first basket of the evening. Quickly back the other way. Schnepper cut off at the baseline. Outside, Maddie Hout for three. That hits the side of the rim, no good. Rebound comes off to Oblong's Nia Leno. Now to Maggie Cross. Pass to the baseline. Cheek spins, puts it up and in. Katie Cheek with her second basket. And now it's 19-17. Edwards County by 2 with a little less than 4 minutes left in this first half. Lions with the ball. Cowling. Off here to Hout. Left side Nelson for three. Rims out. Rebound Schmittler. Back up and in. Malia Schmittler with her height advantage is using it well. She now has a total of 15 points. And it's 21-17 Edwards County by 4. Lions double team Burke over there, but she gets it out of there. The shot is up. That's no good from Dart. Rebound to Schmittler for Edwards County. Now to Hout. Up the court. Schnepper's going to shoot a three ball. That's off the rim, no good. Gets her own rebound at the free throw line. Goes down the lane, puts it up, in and out, and gets her own rebound again, but this time the ball taken loose and picked up by Dart for Oblong. Walking the ball up slowly is Nia Leno. Right side pass here to Burke. Burke guarded there by Cowling. Dribbles to the top of the key. Now to the left side of the key. Still dribbling. Goes in the corner to Cheek. Katie Cheek sends it back outside. Leno pops up a 10-footer off the glass, no good. Rebound to Maddie Hout, and a foul, a blocking foul, will be charged to Katie Cheek, and that'll be her third personal. So now the clock shows 2:44 remaining in this first half. Edwards County with a 4-point lead, 21-17. And Coach Jonathan Hinton wants to talk about it. Troy?
We have Citizens National Bank in Albion. Doug Graber is your State Farm Insurance agent in Albion. And Kent and Sue Nail of Nail's Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield.
Once again, we'd like to remind you we could certainly use some more webcast boosters to cover the Lady Lions basketball games, their home games. We certainly don't have nearly enough to go on the road and run into travel expenses and other expenses to bring you Lady Lions away games. But we could still use more for these home webcasts if you enjoy watching the Lady Lions. And I think it's going to be a very good season, Troy, this Lady Lions team. So if you enjoy the privilege of being able to watch these games on my15news.com and would you be willing to help us, remember it's only $2 for each game. And since we're only going to be doing home games, there won't be that many to have to pay. So let us know. We'd be glad to have you. You can send me a message through Facebook or my email. My email address is gospeltime, that's GOSPELTIME @earthlink.net. All right, we go back to play, and we find Maddie Hout standing at the free throw line, getting ready to shoot her first free throws of the night. Maddie spins the ball out in front of her, puts the shot in the air. That one rims out, no good. Rebound comes off to the Lady Panthers. Dart gets it up here to Burke. Burke across the line. Triple teamed, and a foul. 3 Lady Lions converged on Burke. And who'd they put the foul on?
I think it's on Camille.
Yep, that's going to be Camille's first personal. And now with 2:32 remaining in the first half and a 4-point lead for Edwards County, the Lady Panthers will have it at side court near the scorer's bench. Pass comes in from Leno to Burke. Burke drives top of the key, sends it to Leno left side. Top of the key now. The pass went there to Meese, who's in the lineup for the Lady Panthers. Meese loops the ball down low to Leno. Turnaround shot is up and in. Nia Leno gets her second bucket of the evening. And that makes it now 21-19. Edwards County by 2, but not now. As Malia Schmittler gets another good feed for an easy lay-in. And it's now 23-19. Lady Panthers with the basketball. Burke on the dribble, right side. Back out into the backcourt. Off there to Meese. Back to Burke. Burke guarded by Cowling. Camille, that is. We've got another Cowling, but she's on the bench right now. Lady Panthers, that's Maggie Cross. Back out here to the right side. Dart with a three ball. That's good. Abby Dart hits her third three ball of the night, and it's now 23-22, Edwards County by a point. Here's Cowling shooting a three ball, and that's good for three. Camille Cowling hits her first field goal. It's a three-pointer, and the Lions are up again, this time 26-22 with a minute 15 and counting left in the first half. Cross with a three-point shot, no good. Put back up and in by Nia Leno. She's got 6 points now, and it's 26-24. Pass up the court, intended for Nelson, knocked out of bounds. Touched last by Oblong. So Edwards County will get it at side court, and Camille Cowling will trigger it in. Standing there at the Oblong bench, she passes it in to Hout. Now to Schnepper. Jenna sends it to Cowling on the right. Camille, top of the key to Hout. Down low to Malia in the lane. Turnaround pop shot is good. Well, I tell you what, Malia is going to run out of scoring space for me on my scorebook here. 28-24, Edwards County by 4 with 40 seconds and counting. Down the left side, a shot is banked in and a foul. Wow, that's a big play for Oblong. That's the basket by Abby Dart, and she'll go to the free throw line. The foul was assessed to Maddie Hout. That'll be her second. And it's 28-26. And Abby Dart could bring Oblong to within 1 point of Edwards County with 29 seconds left, and she does. She hits the free throw. So it's 28-27 with 35 seconds and counting. Schnepper, right side to Cowling. Top of the key to Hout. Down low, Schmittler puts it up and in. Good feed. Good offensive play by the Lions. 30-27, back to a three-point Edwards County lead. Now with 15 seconds and counting. Pass in for Dart, knocked away, stolen. And now Schmittler throws it away, and a whistle again. And we're going to get a timeout called by Oblong with 10.5 seconds remaining in the first half. It's Edwards County 30, Oblong 27.
Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of the Edwards County Lions, but probably also very disappointed in his Green Bay Packers.
Oh, I would imagine that young man, well, he's not really young anymore. But
He's a year older than me.
well, you're not young either.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
Anyway, Edwards County Superintendent of Schools David Cowger and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison. Mitchell Insurance and Real Estate Agency at 18 West Main in Albion. One stop for all of your insurance and real estate needs, with a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable staff to help you. And longtime webcast boosters, Eddie and Joyce Miller.
Boy, I know, can always count on Eddie and Joyce. Whether it's girls basketball, boys basketball, football, volleyball, baseball, softball. Really appreciate their faithful support of our webcasts here on my15news.com through the NFHS network. All right, only 10.5 seconds left in this first half, and Oblong will have the ball out of bounds on the left baseline. It'll be triggered in by Abby Dart as soon as she gets the ball from the referee. There it is. Pass comes in the corner. Off there it went to Meese. Back to the backcourt. That's Burke. Back to Meese. Long three-point shot. Hit the bottom of the net, and that's all. And there's the horn ending the first half. And our halftime score is the Edwards County Lady Lions 30 and the Oblong Lady Panthers 27. Troy?
We have Gospel Chapel, a non-denominational church in Bone Gap. Services begin every Sunday morning at 10. Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry, George and Shirley Tribe, Brian Mavis is your Edward Jones investment agent in Albion, Greg and Nancy Nelson, the proud grandparents of Caelyn Nelson.
Okay, looking at the statistics here of this first half, just doing a little bit finalized totaling here. That's 6 right there. That's 5, 6, 9, 12 there, and that's 2 down here. So here's the way things have gone so far for the Oblong Lady Panthers. Their leading scorer is Abby Dart, who has 3 3-balls in this first half, as well as a 2-ball and 1 free throw for 12 points. Then it drops down to 6 points from Nia Leno, who had 1 field goal in the first quarter, 2 more in the second for those 6 points. 4 points from Katie Cheek on 2 field goals in the second quarter. And then it's 3 points from Erica Burke. I'll tell you what, I don't think I have ever seen the name Erica spelled that way. And I'm guessing,
which is what threw me off.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that that's the way she pronounces it, because it looks that way. But she spells her name A-I-R, as in air,
right,
and then E-K-A. So I'm guessing that's Erica, and Burke is her last name. She had a 3-point basket in the second period for 3 points. And then it's 4. I already said 4. 2 points from Maggie Cross on a field goal in the first quarter. So Oblong scored 10 points in the first quarter, 17 more points in the second quarter, and they have 27 here at halftime. And personal foul situation, Nia Leno has 2, Katie Cheek has 3, and 1 apiece for Mackenzie McIntosh and Erica Burke. All right, now, as usual, the Edwards County Sports Boosters Club is conducting their half-court shot, and I don't know whether it's $1 or $2, probably $1 bill is all they charge you to take a chance. And if you do make a shot, they have a box full of 16-ounce beverages out there that you get if you make the basket. And once in a while, someone does hit one of those half-court shots.
We've had 2 so far.
Yeah. Here comes another long one. That one's off the back of the rim. That's our quarterback there, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. Marcus Stinnett took a shot there.
And that young man just hit one.
Okay. Well, they're going to have to...
Now, technically, we've had 2 ringers there, Dave, 2 boys on the JV basketball team, but a half-line shot isn't easy to hit.
No. I've seen a lot of college guys can't hit that half-point shot.
Not unless you're a globetrotter.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we are at halftime, and Edwards County does have the advantage by a score of 30-27. We'll check the Edwards County scoring stats after Troy checks more of our webcast boosters.
And they include Citizens National Bank in Albion, Doug Raber, your State Farm insurance agent in Albion, Kent and Sue Nail of Nail's Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield, and Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of Edwards County Lion Sports.
Before I check the scoring stats for the Lady Lions, I might mention here we have a pretty decent-sized crowd on hand here for the season opener at home for the Lady Lions. I don't know. I would say our attendance tonight is somewhat comparable with the attendance we had this past season for the Lady Lions volleyball team. And so glad to see people have come out on a fairly decent night. I guess it's kind of chilly out there, and it's been kind of windy out there, but we know weather's going to get even colder and more chillier than what it is right now. So at least it's not snowing or freezing rain out there tonight. I'm glad of that. But weather should be okay for our trip down to, or our short little trip tomorrow night down to Grayville to follow the Edwards County Lions boys basketball team as they will tangle with the Grayville Bison. And the Lions, of course, will be going into that game with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. Their last game was a win over Dietrich to take 5th place in the Cumberland Invitational Basketball Tournament up at Toledo, Illinois. Troy and I We were up there all 4 nights to bring you the Edwards County boys basketball team games in that tournament. And our plan is to cover all of the Edwards County Lions boys basketball games. Now, folks, you can go one of 3 ways as far as being a webcast booster. You can be a webcast booster for just the Lady Lions. You can be a webcast booster for the boys basketball games only, or you can be a webcast booster for both the boys and the girls. And again, remember, it's just $2 for each of our webcasts, whether it happens to be a boys game or a girls game, here on my15news.com. And we sure would appreciate some more webcast boosters from individuals who appreciate being able to watch the Lady Lions or the boys or both on the internet in the comfort of their homes or on a smartphone, wherever they might be. And so that's what's coming up for, let me see. Well, I better check these stats before I forget. Who would you guess is the leading scorer for Edwards County, Troy?
Based on what she was doing there in the paint, Dave, I think I'll go with Malia Schmittler.
Pretty safe guess there. Malia has 21 points here at halftime. Lady Lions have been, as you would expect them to, feeding the ball into Malia in the paint, and with her height advantage, she has a pretty, well, what I'm going to say, an easy shot.
No.
But it's hard for them to stop her. And let's see, she had 3 field goals and 1 out of 2 at the free throw line in the first quarter, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 field goals in the second quarter for her 21 points. 7 points tonight from Camille Cowling. She was 3 out of 4 at the free throw line in the first quarter, 1 out of 2 at the free throw line in the second quarter, as well as a 3 ball in the second quarter. So she has 7 points here at halftime. 2 points from Kinsey Cowling, who came off the bench and hit a field goal in the first quarter. And that's all the scoring. We've had no points tonight so far from Caelyn Nelson or from Maddie Hout. But my guess is it would be very rare for both of those girls or either of those girls to end the game without some points scored here in the second half. Both teams are back out on the court. Lady Lions will be shooting at the south goal now. The goal off to the right on your screen. And the Lady Panthers wearing their royal blue uniforms with yellow or gold numerals and trim. Off to the north goal, Edwards County wearing their white jerseys here tonight with red numerals and trim. And again, looking at the schedule coming up for the Lady Lions. Next Monday night, the Lady Lions will travel to Newton for a non-conference game. And then a week from Thursday night, December 6th, they'll be on the road again against the Mount Carmel Lady Aces. Their next home game will be on Monday, December 10th. That was our dad's birthday, wasn't it, Troy?
Yes, sir.
Monday, December 10th, they will have a home game against Johnston City, and that will be their second home game, or second home. Yeah, it will be their second home game of the season, but it'll also be their second conference game in the Black Diamond Conference. I was told by Coach Hinton that even though that was a tournament game Saturday night, it counts in the conference standings because they could not find an open spot on the schedule for Edwards County to play down there during the regular season.
Oh, I see.
So Hamilton County will play a game up here, and that will count as the 2 conference games between Edwards County and Hamilton County. And of course, as we've already told you, Hamilton County beat Edwards County for the championship of that Hamilton County Invitational Basketball Tournament Saturday night. So in the Black Diamond right now, the Lady Foxes from Hamilton County have a win over Edwards County, and Edwards County has an 0-1 record in the Black Diamond. But I don't look for things to stay that way very long in the season as it progresses.
No.
Okay, looks like we're ready to start the second half. Same starters on the field for Edwards County: Schmittler, Hout, Nelson, Cowling, and Schnepper for the Lions. Pass comes in for Oblong to Erica Burke. She's dribbling in the backcourt, guarded there by Cowling, gets a screen, comes left of the key, all the way to the baseline. Now dribbles back out to the backcourt. She's dribbling happy here, and finally, Camille Cowling putting on some good defense there. She put defensive pressure for the required amount of time, and that's a turnover. Good work by Camille on defense there. Stayed right with the dribbler for the Lady Panthers. Lions with the ball now for the first time here in the second half. That's Schnepper on the left side. Back out here to Hout, down in the post to Schmittler. Back to Nelson from the left corner. That's no good. Schmittler gets the rebound, missed the shot underneath the basket. Rebound comes off to Maggie Cross for Oblong. Now it comes off to Leno. Leno in the backcourt. She'll be guarded by Maddie Hout. Pass to the right side, scoots out of bounds off the hands of Erica Burke. So it'll go over to Edwards County. Another turnover for the Lady Panthers. Just getting started in the second half. It's Edwards County 30, Oblong 27. Maddie Hout comes left side, hands it off to Nelson. Caelyn dribbles a couple of times, sends it over to Schnepper. Down low for Cowling, who turns, pops it up. No good. Rebound to Schmittler. Turnaround shot is blocked. Gets his own rebound. Outside to Schnepper for three. That's off of the back of the iron. No good. Put back up and in by Malia Schmittler. So Malia now has 23 points, and the Lions lead now by 5, 32-27. Lady Panthers with the basketball. Leno giving directions to her teammates. Now gives a rainbow pass over to the left side there to Burke. Back to Leno. Leno, top of the key, drives left side. Guarded there by Maddie Hout. Sends it to the baseline off to Cheek. Working against Schmittler. Turnaround shot is good. Good work there by Katie Cheek. She's got 6 points now. And it's 32-29. Edwards County by 3. Schnepper in the corner. Back out to Hout. Right side to Nelson. Now to Cowling on the right side. In the post it goes to Schmittler. And a pass intended for Schnepper on the left side goes out of bounds. That'll be a turnover for Edwards County. 6:04 on the clock, third period. Edwards County 32, Oblong 29. Nia Leno walks across the timeline. Sends it to the left side to Cross. Cross dribbles to the backcourt, guarded there by Cowling. Gets it off now to Dart. There's Cheek working in the lane. Lost the ball. A scramble on the floor. And Maddie Hout picks it up. Maddie down the right side. Over to the left side. Nelson for three. Off the rim. No good. Hits the top of the backboard. That's out of bounds. And it'll go over to the Lady Panthers. Looks like the Lions are going to put the pressure on here now to try to steal the ball. Pass comes into Leno. Leno now starts a dribble on the far side. Comes up the court in a walk. Still now in no big hurry. Looking for somebody to pass to. Gets a screen. Gets it off to Dart. Abby Dart drives into the lane. Feeds it back out to Burke. She drives to the free throw line. Gets it off to Cross. Top of the key. Shot off the back of the glass. No good. Rebound to Burke. Back out to Dart. Abby Dart driving here against Caelyn Nelson. Can't get in. Loose ball. Fought for. Picked up there by Leno. Leno in the lane. Feeds it underneath the Cheek. The shot no good, but she's fouled. So let's see what Edwards County girl will get assessed that personal foul. Haven't put it up on the foul board yet. There it is, and it's going to be on Jenna Schnepper. That'll be her second. At the free throw line, Katie Cheek has 6 points so far in the ball game. Make it 7 as she hits the first free throw. So it's now Edwards County 32, Oblong 30. These Lady Panthers are staying right with us, Troy.
Yes, they are, Dave.
Second free throw now is in the air, and that one's good. So our lead now is down to a point, 32-31. Hout, right side, Schnepper. Jenna dribbles to the backcourt, hands it off to Cowling. Camille takes one dribble, gives it off to Hout. Down low to Schmittler. Malia takes one dribble, pops it up, no good. Rebound comes off to Nia Leno for Oblong. They could take a lead now with a basket. Burke takes a long three. That's off the rim, no good. Underneath, Cheek gets the rebound and puts it up and in. And Katie Cheek gets the basket. And now Oblong leads 33-32, and the ball scoots out of bounds. Touch last here in front of the Edwards County student cheering section, still belonging to Edwards County. Cowling into Hout. Lions trailing by a point now. Left side to Schnepper. Schnepper on the weave to Nelson. Nelson goes left in the corner. Hout down low. Malia, though, can't get a shot away. The ball stolen away by Oblong. They know they got to stop the big girl, Malia Schmittler, in the lane, and that time they did it again. Here's Lano driving down the right side. Now back out to Burke. Burke. And now there's a mix-up there and a scramble for it, and I think we're going to get a foul against Edwards County.
Probably against Jenna, and it is, which should be her third.
And that will be her third. Jenna Schnepper, just in trying to make a steal, picks up her third personal. And back in comes Kinsey Cowling, a freshman. Pass will be tossed in at side court here by Nia Lano. She gets it into Dart. Back to Lano, back to Dart. Dart on the dribble, goes to the free throw line. She's going to be called for palming the basketball. 3:42 remaining in the third period. Edwards County down by a point now, 33-32. Lady Lions have been blowing out most of their opponents this season, but certainly not here tonight against Oblong. Hout in the backcourt. Sends it left side to Nelson. Caelyn, one dribble. Out here to Kinsey Cowling. Now to Cowling. That's Camille. Camille gets it off to Nelson. Now right side to Hout. Cross-court pass over to Kinsey Cowling. One dribble. And over to Maddie Hout. Back to the left side, Nelson. Caelyn's been a little reluctant to shoot that three ball, and she's our best three-point shooter. Pass in the lane, intended for Schmittler, knocked loose, but Kinsey Cowling gets it back. Now to Nelson. Looped over here to Camille Cowling. In the right corner to Hout. Maddie drives into the lane, gets it over to Nelson. Caelyn drives in, a shot is blocked, and it's picked up by Oblong. Nia Lano down the right side, feeds it off here to Dart, Abby Dart. Back here to Lano. Nia Lano guarded by Hout. Had the ball tipped loose, but picked up by Dart. Long three-point shot off the glass, no good. Put back up by Burke, that's no good. Put back up again by Dart, no good. Or check that by Cheek. And a foul under the basket. Likely is going to go against Oblong.
And that's on 4, and she's got 4.
Yeah, that's 4 on Katie Cheek. And she's been doing all of the scoring for Oblong in this third period. So I wonder how long their head coach, Tim Johnson, will leave her in there. She's still there now. 33-32 Oblong. Pass comes in to Cowling. The ball taken away. Taken out there by Abby Dart. Up here to Burke. Burke being guarded there by Kinsey Cowling. Now being guarded by Nelson on a switch. Gets it off to Abby Dart. She drives to the right side. Gets it in the corner there to Hannah Meese. Back out now to Erica Burke. She takes a long three shot. That's no good. And the rebound comes off to Malia Schmittler for Edwards County. Now to Maddie Hout. To Nelson, left side. Back to Maddie. She shoots a three ball. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound comes off to Maggie Cross for Oblong. Up ahead here to Abby Dart. Back to Cross. She pops up a 10-footer that rims out, no good. Rebound to Maddie Hout. Up the court. Schmittler drives in, and it's going to be a blocking foul. Assessed to Oblong, and I think it's going to be on Lano.
You are correct.
It is. So Nia Lano now has 3 personals. And Edwards County will get the ball out of bounds on the left baseline. 1:30 left in this third period. Edwards County still trailing 33-32. Pass. Oh, nice tip play on the out of bounds. Right back to Maddie Hout, who tips it up and in. The out of bounds pass went into Malia Schmittler standing in the lane, and she tipped it underneath to Maddie Hout underneath for the lay-in. So the Lions are back on top now, 34-32 with 1:10 and counting left. Burke gets it off now to Lano. Lano down the left side, guarded by Nelson, drives baseline and stepped out of bounds. Good defensive work there by Caelyn Nelson to force the girl to step out of bounds. And now we're going to get a timeout with 1:05 left in the third period. It's Edwards County 34, Oblong 33.
Edwards County Superintendent of Schools David Cowger and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison, Mitchell Insurance and Real Estate Agency at 18 West Main in Albion, one stop for all of your insurance and real estate needs, with a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable staff to help you. And Eddie and Joyce Miller. And Dave, so far in this third period, Lady Panthers have tightened up their defense to do a better job of keeping the ball out of Malia Schmittler's hands.
Yeah.
However, with Cheek and foul cover, who was doing most of the guarding on Malia, it'll be interesting to see now what Malia can get done under the basket without her smothering her.
Yeah, because Cheek has 4 personals, and Nia Leno, their chief ball handler, has 3 personals. Camille Cowling will trigger the ball in to Maddie Hout, and Maddie will bring the ball up the court. A minute left in the third period. Lions up by a point now, 34-33. Maddie down the right side in the corner for Nelson. Down low, Schmittler back outside. There's Cowling for 3. That's off the back of the iron, no good. The ball scoots out of bounds. It'll belong to Oblong. 46.4 seconds left now. Lady Lions going for win number 6 on the season against 1 loss so far. Oblong 4-4 on the season. Leno down the far sideline. Stops, and that's going to be traveling as she stopped dribbling and took 2 more steps. So that's a costly turnover for the Lady Panthers. Lions with a chance to increase their lead with 30 seconds and counting remaining in the third period. Hout to Nelson in the far corner. Caelyn drives baseline, feeds it off to Malia, but Malia lost the ball, picked up by Oblong. Leno's going to bring the ball up for the Panthers. Now to Cross, a long 3-point shot is good. Maggie Cross hits a big 3 ball from the left side, and they lead now 36-34. Here's Nelson back from the corner with a 3 ball that's no good. Loose ball on the floor. There's a scramble for it, and it's going to be a jump ball. And Kinsey Cowling will be, the possession arrow will give the ball back to Edwards County. Now Schnepper's going to check back in, and Kinsey Cowling will go to the bench. Substitute in for Oblong, as Leno will go to the bench, and checking in is Jalen Collier. Right baseline, Hout triggers it in, right back on that same out-of-bounds play, but that time it didn't work. There's the horn ending the third period. And our score is Oblong 36, Edwards County 34. Troy?
Gospel Chapel, a non-denominational church in Bone Gap. Services begin every Sunday morning at 10. Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry, George and Shirley Tribe, Brian Mavis, your Edward Jones investment agent in Albion, and Greg and Nancy Nelson, the proud grandparents of Caelyn Nelson.
Troy, the Edwards County Lions scored only 4 points in that third period, while Oblong scored 9. So that's why they are now in the lead by 2, 36-34 as we go to the fourth and final period. I tell you what, Troy, I'm frankly surprised.
I am too, Dave, but as we just mentioned during that previous timeout, the Lady Panthers made the adjustments on defense to do everything they could to either keep the ball out of Malia's hands, or when she did get it, she was instantly double-teamed. And Cheek is in foul trouble, Dave, so that should help as far as perhaps Malia getting the ball inside to score some of those easy buckets that she was back in the first half.
Well, that's the problem. Oblong's defense has been knocking the ball away before Malia can get the pass.
Right.
All right, they've got the ball out of bounds to start the fourth and final period. Pass comes into Burke. Burke being guarded there by Camille Cowling. Sends it right side, off there to Abby Dart. Dart comes to the top of the key, feeds it back to Leno on the give and go, and she lays it up and in. Nia Leno with the basket. She has 8 points now, and it's 38-34, Oblong by 4. Lions have got to get work. Pass comes in here. But Schmittler can't shoot. Nelson shoots a 3 ball and hits it. Caelyn Nelson hits her first 3 ball of the night, and boy, we needed that. 38-37, Oblong by a point. Dart shoots her three ball, and she hits one. Well, that hurts us as we trade 3-point baskets. 41-37, back to a 4-point deficit, and we've got a foul as the pass was coming into Malia Schmittler. She was pushed.
That looks like on Leno. No? Yeah, it is. It's her fourth.
And that's 4 on her, so their two main players now traveling with 4 personals, Troy. That could make a big difference here.
You're
with
right.
over 7 minutes left. Nelson from the left corner for 3. That's no good. Maggie Cross got the rebound for Oblong. And Nia Leno will walk the ball up the court. Gets it off here to Erica Burke. She's guarded there by Camille Cowling. Pass right side now. Off there to Abby Dart. She gets a screen. Shoots top of the key and scores for 2 points. So now it's 43-37, a 6-point lead. Maddie Hout shoots a big 3-ball. Boy, we needed that. Maddie Hout hits her first 3-ball. She's got 5 points now. And it's now 43-40, Oblong by 3. And now they're going to throw the ball away. Picked up by Camille Cowling, a loose ball. Camille sends it in the corner to Nelson. Schnepper now to Hout. Maddie drives left. Goes baseline. Can't shoot. Sends it back outside. Schnepper for 3. Got it! Jenna Schnepper hits her first basket of the night, and it's a 3-ball to tie the score at 43. That came at 6 minutes left in the ball game. Big 3-point baskets. Now here's Cross coming back. Goes in the left corner. A shot is missed everything by Meese. Rebound to Edwards County. Nelson up the court to Hout. Underneath Malia. Lays it up and in. Big fast break. 2-point basket for Edwards County. Lions up now 45-43 as the pace picks up. Leno down the left side. Pass stolen away by Camille Cowling, but she lost it out of bounds. All right, 5:31 left in the ball game. Getting tight here now, Troy. Getting the fans excited.
That's for sure.
At side court, it'll be tossed in by Maggie Cross for the Lady Panthers. Jenna Schnepper will put the inbounds pressure in. Pass comes into Leno. Leno guarded by Maddie Hout. Back outside to Abby Dart. She drives left, stops. Sends it in the corner there. Off to Hannah Meese. Meese gets the ball off now to Erica Burke. Back to Abby Dart on the left side. Guarded there by Malia Schmittler. Now it comes back to Leno. And a pass down low is knocked loose by Maddie Hout. In fact, it was touched last by Oblong. And I think Oblong wants a timeout, Troy. Well, maybe not. Yeah, we do. Tim Johnson, the head coach of the Panthers, wants timeout with 5 minutes and 5 seconds left in the ball game. Edwards County 45 and Oblong 43.
Citizens National Bank in Albion. Doug Graber, your State Farm Insurance Agent in Albion. Kenton Sunale of Nails Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield. And Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of Edwards County Lions sports.
All right. Well, there for a while, Oblong had us by, 6 points?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they had a 6-point lead on us here in this fourth and final period, but the Lions came back with some 3-point shooting. We've had 3 threes for Edwards County in this fourth quarter, one by Jenna Schnepper, one by Caelyn Nelson, and one by Maddie Hout. And that's what erased that 6-point deficit and helped build our lead back to 2 points. 5:05 left in the ball game. Hold on, fans. This could be an exciting finish. Lions will get the ball out of bounds. Camille Cowling triggers the ball in to Jenna Schnepper, who crosses the timeline. Back to Camille. Camille, ball high above her head, loops it down low for Schmittler. Camille now back out to Hout. To Nelson on the left side, and a pass stolen away. Stolen away by Erica Burke. Burke sends it back out here to Leno. Leno across the timeline, guarded by Maddie Hout. Comes left, feeds it back top of the key to Abby Dart. Dart to the left side to Burke. Burke guarded by Nelson. The ball stripped loose. There's a scramble for it on the floor. And it'll belong to Oblong, but I think Caelyn's going to get a foul out of this. Yeah, she does. And for Caelyn, that's 3 on her. Jenna Schnepper has 3. Caelyn Nelson has 3. Maddie Hout has 2. And Camille Cowling has 1. Oblong with an inbounds pass. Gets it in to Maggie Cross. Coming up on 4:20 to play in the ball game. Oblong down by 2, 45-43 with the ball. Pass looped underneath to Dart, who puts it on the glass. It rims out. Cross puts it back up and in. Maggie Cross on the rebound, gets the basket, and we're tied at 45. Pass into Schmittler, back out to Hout, left side Nelson. Now to Cowling. She drives into the lane, scoops it up too hard. Rebound to Schmittler, and she's tied up. And let's see, the possession arrow is going to give the ball back to Edwards County. There's no doubt about it, Troy. They've worked on trying to make sure Malia doesn't get that ball in the paint. All right, Maddie Hout to trigger, gets it into Malia. She hands it off to Maddie Hout, and Maddie will send it down back to the corner to Nelson. Down low, Schmittler spins, puts it on the glass and scores. Big basket there by Malia. She now has 27 points, and it's 47-45. Edwards County back to a 2-point lead. There's a long 3-point shot off the glass, no good there by Erica Burke, and on the rebound attempt, a foul has been called. And I think it's going to be against Edwards County. Let's see who they put it on. It's going to be on Maddie Hout, and that's 3 on Maddie. And the ball will belong to Oblong, out of bounds on the left baseline. Dart triggers it in to Cheek. Underneath, ball knocked, stolen away. Schmittler up ahead to Cowling. Camille now saves it in the far corner and throws it into the hands of Maggie Cross as Maggie Cross stepped in front of Caelyn Nelson and stole the ball. And now Oblong will try to tie the game or maybe take the lead on a 3-point basket with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the game. This is Abby Dart dribbling in the backcourt. Stops in the high post. It goes off to Dart, or Katie Cheek, I should say. Now driving. Oh, there's another whistle, and we're going to get a foul called against
Caelyn Nelson, yes, that's her 4th.
Yep, Caelyn gets her 4th personal. Let's see now if Coach Hinton wants to leave her in there with 4 fouls or gamble that she doesn't get the 5th. All right, out of bounds play for Oblong from the right baseline. They get it into Abby Dart. Now to Nia Leno. Dart from the corner, off the rim, no good on a 3-point shot. Loose ball. That's a traveling call against the Panthers. So the Lions will get the ball out of bounds with 2:53 left in the game. Camille triggers it into Maddie. Maddie brings the ball up the court. Gets it off to Schnepper. Jenna across the timeline. Comes right. Pass stolen away. Stolen by Dart. She drives in, scoops it up and in. Big steal and basket by Abby Dart. And we're tied at 47. In the lane. Turnaround by Malia's no good. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up no good, but she's fouled. Malia stands at least 4, maybe 5, 6 inches taller than any other girl on the floor.
And that fouls Katie Cheek out of the game.
Oh, that helps to get Cheek out of that lineup. She leaves the lineup scoring 10 points on the night. And Malia Schmittler has 2 big free throws coming up here. She's 1 out of 2 so far at the free throw line tonight. That was way back in the first quarter. Free throw is in the air. No, it's no good. We're still tied at 47 with 2:27 left. Come on, Malia, we need this free throw. Malia wearing number 45. Hits the second free throw. And we're going to get a timeout call with 2:27 left in the basketball game. Edwards County 48, Oblong 47.
Edwards County Superintendent of Schools David Cowger and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison. Mitchell Insurance and Real Estate Agency at 18 West Main in Albin. One stop for all of your insurance and real estate needs with a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable staff to help you. And Eddie and Joyce Miller.
All right, we're coming down to the nitty-gritty part of the ball game, Troy. That is going to be a big advantage for Edwards County with Katie Cheek fouling out. She has been given most of the responsibility of trying to bottle up our big tall girl, Malia Schmittler. But she's going to be spending the rest of the ball game on the sidelines, on the bench. And now Tim Johnson, the head coach for the Lady Panthers, is over there trying to map out strategy for these last 2.5 minutes of play. And the Lady Panthers came into this ball game with a record of 4 wins and 4 losses. But they don't play like a 4-4 team, Troy.
No, they don't, Dave.
All right, horn has sounded. The teams are back out on the court. And the Lions are going to put the press on. Camille Cowling is going to pressure the inbounds pass, and they get it in. Right back up. Oh, they threw it away, Troy. Right into the hands of Malia Schmittler up the court. And to Maddie Hout. Maddie comes left side in the corner off there to Schnepper. Jenna dribbles to the backcourt. Gets a screen from Cowling. And now Jenna backs away as they reset the play. Hands it off to Cowling. Camille on the way. Hands it off here to Hout. Looks like Lions are eating clock here, Troy. Comes off now to Nelson. And that's going to be a blocking foul against Edwards County's Camille Cowling as she set a screen. And that's going to be number 2 against Camille. And Oblong will get the ball out of bounds. The press is on. Under 2 minutes to play now. Lions up by a point, 48-47. Ball gets into Oblong. Now it's knocked loose and stolen by Cowling. Camille drives in, puts up a shot that's blocked, and Camille's going to go to the free throw line.
That should be on Hannah Meese, Dave. We will see here.
Yeah, I think you're right, Troy.
It is.
It is. Hannah Meese gets her first personal. Big free throws here for Camille Cowling. She spins the ball out in front of her. Now takes a deep breath. Puts the ball in the air. Swish! Well, I'll tell you what, Camille's doing a good job at the free throw line. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 7 so far. And the Lions lead by 2 now with a minute and 50 seconds left. One more free throw for Camille. It's up. Oh, it rimmed out, no good. Rebound comes off to Oblong. Lions by 2, 49-47. Coming up on a minute 40 to play. Lady Panthers. Oh, that's double dribble. Double dribble committed by Erica Burke. Big costly turnover. Lions will get the ball out of bounds, and now Oblong wants to put a press on. Cowling gets it into Schnepper. Jenna driving, feeds it off to Schmittler, who plays it up and in. Malia Schmittler on a good feed from Jenna Schnepper. Lions up by 4 now, 51-47 with a minute 25 and counting on the clock. That's Leno. Gets it out top of the key. There's a 3-point shot and off the mark. No good there by Erica Burke. Ball went out of bounds, but I think we have a foul.
I think Meese was over the top, Dave, and she was.
Yeah. Hannah Meese now picks up her second personal. And Oblong will put the press on with a minute 17 left. Edwards County by 4, 51-47. And now Coach Jonathan Hinton wants to talk about it. He calls timeout.
Gospel Chapel, a non-denominational church in Bone Gap. Services begin every Sunday morning at 10. Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry, George and Shirley Tribe. Brian Mavis is your Edward Jones investment agent in Albion. And Greg and Nancy Nelson, the proud grandparents of Caelyn Nelson.
Yeah, we certainly appreciate the sponsorship of our webcast boosters to help us cover our expenses and bringing you exciting Lady Lions basketball on my15news.com through the NFHS network. And Oblong will put the press on. A minute 17 left on the clock. Edwards County by 4, 51-47. Cowling triggers it into Schmittler. Up the court to Maddie Hout. Maddie down the near sideline. Stops at the baseline. Back outside to Schnepper. Schnepper is going to be fouled. Oh, boy.
Oh, that's a flagrant, Dave.
Yeah, that's
Come on.
flagrant foul. Now the head coach, Tim Johnson, is really hot about that call, and he's being warned by the official to sit down. Yeah, that's definitely a flagrant foul, Troy. I don't know how he can complain about that. And so now the officials are calling all the girls away from the free throw line as Jenna Schnepper is going to go to the free throw line. And, well, maybe not Jenna. I think it should be Jenna because she's the one who was fouled.
Yeah, it should be Jenna Schnepper.
Yeah. 1:08 left on the clock. Jenna Schnepper is going to be shooting. Free throw in the air is good. Nothing but net. And now Jenna has 4 points on the evening. She'll shoot another free throw here. That makes it 52-47. Second free throw. That one's good. And now Edwards County will get the ball out of bounds. With 1:08 left, Camille Cowling to trigger it in right here at midcourt. Camille gets the basketball, gets it into Schnepper. Jenna dribbling across the timeline, picked up by Cross, gets it over here to Maddie Hout. Underneath, Schmittler, can't shoot, back outside to Maddie. Eat the clock, girls. Make them foul you. Maddie Hout dribbling around, sends it over to Nelson. Caelyn dribbling, hands it off to Schnepper. And now Schnepper is fouled by Hannah Cross. Or Maggie Cross, I should say. That's her first personal. And so now it's going to be Jenna back to the free throw line to shoot again. She's finally getting on the scoring column here in the fourth period, Troy. She hit a 3-ball earlier in the quarter, and now she's 2 out of 2 at the free throw line as she steps up again to shoot a third time. And it's in the air. Swish. I'll tell you what, Troy, these Lady Lions are doing a good job at the free throw line.
They most certainly are.
One more free throw. Tell you what, folks, this girls basketball team is going to be exciting this year. You got to come out and support them. Second free throw. That one's short. Missed everything. So, Jenna a little bit embarrassed by that. Kind of walks away with a sheepish grin on her face. Under a minute to go. Oblong trailing now 54-47, down by 7. Driving down the far side, Dart back outside, the shot in the lane, no good. Loose ball put back up by Cross, that's no good. Rebound comes off to Maddie Hout. Maddie dribbling around, trying to stay away. Now there's the foul. Foul committed by Erica Burke, that's 2 on her. And Maddie Hout will go to the free throw line now. Don't forget, more basketball tomorrow night here on my15news.com. Troy and I will be down at Grayville for the boys basketball game. We'll also be broadcasting it on WOKZ 105.9 on your FM dial. Free throw by Hout. Swish. So Maddie now is going to shoot another one. 55-47, 8-point Edwards County lead with 30.1 seconds left. Maddie hits that one too. Clock counting under a half a minute. This is Leno, and the ball taken away by Maddie Hout. Now stripped away from her, but she gets it back. Over here to Schnepper. Schnepper across the line. Why don't they just let the clock run out? And the Edwards County fans giving the girls a hand as Jenna Schnepper waits for the clock to expire before handing the ball to the official. And there it is. That's the final horn. And Edwards County pulls out the win in their first home game of the season over the Oblong Lady Panthers by a score of 56-47. Troy, check some webcast boosters, then they'll have the scoring totals for you.
Dave, our webcast boosters include Citizens National Bank in Albion, Doug Graber, your State Farm Insurance agent in Albion, Kenton Sunale at Nails Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield, Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of the Edwards County Lions. Edwards County Superintendent of Schools, David Cowger and his family, David, Tiffany, Dallin, Camden, and Addison. Eddie and Joyce Miller, Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife, Jerry. George and Shirley Tribe, Brian Mavis, your Edward Jones investment agent in Albion, and Greg and Nancy Nelson, the proud grandparents of Caelyn Nelson.
All right, the scoring totals for the Oblong Lady Panthers. Their leading scorer tonight was Abby Dart with 19 points, 10 from Katie Cheek, 8 points from Nia Leno, 7 from Maggie Cross coming off the bench, and 3 points scored tonight by Erica Burke. On the Edwards County side, our leading scorer tonight, 30 points. That's right. You got it right, Ivy Jean. You're keeping score too? Malia Schmittler, 30 points. She had 21 in the first half and came back with 9 more in the second half for her 30 points. Then it drops off significantly. 8 points from Camille Cowling, who did a great job at the free throw line tonight, by the way. 7 points from Maddie Hout, 6 from Jenna Schnepper, and 3 points from Caelyn Nelson, 2 points from Kinsey Cowling, who came off the bench for Coach Jonathan Hinton. So Malia Schmittler, the big tall girl in the paint, is hard to stop, and she got 30 tonight to lead all scorers. But I'll tell you what, Troy, what really helped Edwards County when Oblong made a run at us and actually took the lead in that fourth period was some three-point shooting. Jenna Schnepper, Caelyn Nelson, and Maddie Hout all hit big, important three-point shots in that fourth quarter to put Edwards County back on top, a lead that they never did then relinquish to win it.
Yeah, that was key there, Dave, was the three-point shooting plus some clutch free throws hit there at the end of the game, and it definitely helped getting Cheek fouled out of the game for Lady Panthers.
Okay, so Edwards County wins it 56-47, and with that win, the Lady Lions now have a record of 6 wins against 1 loss, and their next game will be a week from tonight. Next Monday, December 3rd, they'll be on the road at Newton, and then on December 6th, they'll be on the road again at Mount Carmel, and their next home game is Monday, December 10th against the Johnston City Lady Indians. And right now our plans are, Troy and I will be here to webcast that game for you here on my15news.com for those who, well, it's just impossible for you to come out. Maybe you live too far away. Maybe you're a relative living in a different state. Or maybe you're just not able to get out on that night. Well, you'll be able to watch it here on my15news.com Monday night, December 10th at about 7:15 or so. Our next broadcast and webcast will be tomorrow night, as the Edwards County Lions boys basketball team will be in action down at Grayville against the Grayville Bison. Troy and I, Lord willing, will be down there tomorrow night to bring you that game on both my15news.com through the NFHS network, as well as WOKZ 105.9 on the FM dial, so you can listen to it on the radio or watch it here on the internet. Troy, any final comments before we shut her down for the night?
Dave, this was a hard-fought victory, but an impressive victory as well. And so tomorrow night we've got the boys team in action, as you just mentioned, and I think 2 weeks from now is the next girls' home game, and we'll be looking forward to that one as well.
We certainly will. I'll tell you what, Troy, this Lady Lions team, they're an exciting basketball team, and people who are able to come out to see the games in person and then don't do that, they're missing out.
That's true.
I think this is going to be a very exciting girls basketball season and exciting boys basketball season here at Edwards County High School this year. Well, once again, our final score was Edwards County 56, Oblong 47. Edwards County also winning the JV match over Oblong 33-24. So until we greet you again tomorrow night from Grayville to bring you the boys basketball game on WOKZ and on my15news.com on the internet. On behalf of our webcast boosters and Brother Troy, this is Dave Riggs saying so long for just a little while.